What's going on, you guys? GT Jesse back with another Gran Turismo 7 livery editor video. And in today's video, we have a triple header starting with Johnny Tran's S2000. And then we are going to do Brian or Paul Walker's Mitsubishi Eclipse. But we are using the Subaru BRZ drift car for this. And then last but absolutely not least, we are going to be doing Jesse's Volkswagen Jetta. And for this, we are using the Alfa Romeo. And I hope you guys like this video. If you do, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more great Gran Turismo 7 content in the future. But guys, I just wanted to share a really interesting, really fun fact about the Fast and the Furious franchise. I'm going back through, I'm recreating some of these liveries. These are some of my favorite cars from the franchise. And, putting these liveries on some next-gen cars in Gran Turismo 7. And I'm having a blast doing it. And as I've been doing this, I've just been getting a lot of nostalgia, doing a lot of research and just reading online, kind of just, throwing back to childhood when this movie came out and it just blew up the car scene. Nothing had really been done like this movie in the past, right? When this movie came out, it was really the first of its kind. And it was the first street racing movie that was really successful. There were a couple other movies that had come out before that, but they just did not have the kind of traction that this movie had. And so nobody could predict that, this movie was going to have as much success as it did before it came out. And so it's really interesting because this movie got a really small budget when it first, launched or whatever. When Hollywood approved it, they gave this movie a really small budget and said, here, go run with this budget, see what you can do with it. So with that, you've got weird sponsors like Modern Image here. And, some other sponsors, of course, that aren't what you would consider like big name sponsors in street racing. And the reason why is because they didn't want their names necessarily attached to a movie that may not be successful. And so you've got this really low budget street racing movie in Hollywood. And you've got a cast like Paul Walker and Vin Diesel, neither of who had really blown up at this point, but there wasn't a lot of money to go around. And so with that, if you remember, basically, if you think about like the first street racing scene when they're downtown, streets closed, pizza boy, like that scene where there's all those cars, all of those street racers, all of those extras, if you will, who you would normally consider to be paid Hollywood extras, actual actors who had not even a supporting role, they're just stand-ins, just extras. Those were actual, real street racers driving their real cars in the movie. Crazy fun fact that I came across. I didn't know, and I really think that it's stuff like that that just added to the raw kind of authenticity of this movie. Even as you moved over to Too Fast, Too Furious, and then Tokyo Drift even, the movie really starts to lose that kind of raw authenticity that it had with the original Fast and the Furious. And I really think it's because, this movie, it had real street racers in it, driving their actual cars. That scene where the cops show up and all of the street racers had to just scramble to get out of the streets and like outrun the cops, that scene, it was the real street racers driving their real cars, and it was choreographed, of course, but it was a very dangerous scene for them to shoot because, these weren't trained stunt drivers. So just really interesting. Like I said, lots of nostalgia making these liveries. I'm having a blast with it. I hope you guys are too. As always, again, if you like the video, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. But thanks so much for stopping by, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great rest of your day.
Feel the ground shaking underneath, trying to take me alive.